Welcome back to Law Talk Moments, a legal program designed to help make the complex simple and to promote the practice of law, which I unapologetically consider to be a noble profession. My name is Attorney Rob Caprera, and I'm humbled to be your host again for this program. Today I'm going to finish my three-part series on how to help families navigate through the challenges which they'll confront in the initial weeks and months after the death of a loved one. In the first week, we explained that an inheritance is not a right, it's a privilege. Last week, we talked about the need and nature of grieving right after the death of a loved one. This week, I'd like to discuss the very difficult challenge of picking up a decedent's pieces and trying to solve the decedent's problems that he or she just wasn't able to solve in his or her lifetime. You see, after a death, families have to recognize that they may be left with many challenges that they just don't have very simple solutions for. In fact, the estate process may be one chock full of horrible challenges with no apparent solutions in sight. Such is life. Few of us have all of the aspects of our lives under control. When we die, we simply kick the can down to our families and our heirs. For those left behind, who may have many pressing challenges of their own, the prospect of also having to deal with the decedent's problems can be daunting and exhausting. This is a challenging part of every estate process, shepherding a family through someone else's problems. Constantly, I find myself emphasizing to that family that their spouse or parent couldn't easily solve the problem during their life. So why do you think you can easily solve it now? Ultimately, a personal representative needs to know that they must make tough decisions, sometimes tough decisions that the decedent put off year after year after year. Frustratingly, there may not be a right decision on the horizon. The lawyer's job often involves emphasizing for the family that the goal is to complete the probate process, come what may. A decision might not seem right at the time, but if it's needed to close the estate, then it is the decision that must be made. If you own and operate a family business, I can't emphasize enough the need for you to develop some sort of succession plan to pass the value of your business down to your family members who you will likely leave behind. Perhaps you're fortunate to have a son or a daughter join you in the business. Pass as much of the business responsibilities onto this child as you can, as early as you can. At least, if they fail or start to fail, you'll be right there to right the ship. But if you're deceased and gone, the challenges might simply be too big for the family members to bear, and they may have to walk away from your business without the ability to carry it on and potentially grow it bigger. Plan ahead so that you won't leave behind problems, but blessings. This completes our series on helping people after the death of a loved one. If you're interested in this topic and you have more questions regarding how a person can be cared for after the death of a loved one, please reach out to me through my website, www.capreralaw.com. As always, thank you for listening and take care.